Hello, fellow YouTubers. Um, so this is my first vlog to ever upload onto YouTube. So yeah, pardon me for any mistakes that I may make. But 3 weeks ago, or 2.5 weeks ago, I started in a Swiss university to become a high school teacher, and I wanted to talk about that experience a little bit, and also just kind of describe how it is to live on my own and move away from home, because it was a little more challenging than I thought it would be. So basically I moved into this really cool student house, which is kind of unusual for Switzerland. Usually you just kind of move in with 3 or 4 people. But I had a friend here and he was like, yeah, you should move here. So went to the casting. There were like 20 people, and for some reason they picked me, which is super cool. So yeah, I live with like 8 people on this floor, and I share a kitchen with these 8 people, and then on the other side there are 12 people, and there are like 4 floors like that, so there are a lot of students studying different things, which is really cool. So I get to meet a lot of people, which is awesome. So I started studying to become a high school teacher, like I said, and yeah, it was interesting. Let's stick with moving in. So my family helped me move in. I got an awesome bed, all the stuff. Funny thing is, I'm not allowed to use tacks in my wall, so that was a little challenging. So I got like that the blue tack, because I really wanted to hang up my tapestry where the lights are, and I hung it up, and everyone, my friends and my family, were like, "That's not gonna hold," and no chance. And it held for a week, which I was very proud of, because it held. Not for as long as I wanted it to, but yeah, I ended up taking it home because I wasn't going to hang it up every week. Yeah, that was the first kind of fail. And then what I wasn't expecting is I love cooking. Like at home, I would cook all the time, and I would cook for my parents and my siblings. It was really like, it wasn't an unusual thing for me, and it's like, okay, cooking. Um, But I ended up, the first time I cooked, I ended up making way too much food. Like, it was just, I had like 2 full containers and a full plate of food. And I was like, wow, okay, I'm not used to cooking for one person. This is a little strange. And then the other day, my sister came to visit me, and she brought me a butternut squash, and I've never used butternut squash. I have no idea how to cook with butternut squash. I still have half of it in the fridge because I'm just terrified now of using it. Basically, I was looking for recipes online, and I found a butternut coconut curry soup, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool, it sounds good. So I try it, right? For those of you who don't know, butternut squash is apparently quite sweet. I did not know that. And coconut milk is quite sweet. That's why the recipe called for like light coconut milk or something. I have no idea what it was actually. I just used normal coconut milk. Maybe that was a mistake. And normal curry powder, I think they called for like a special spice curry powder. And yeah, it turned out so bad. Like, I can't even, it was like drinking a sweet curry, and oh man, it was so bad. Like, I can't even describe it. I still have 2 containers in the freezer, because when you're living on your own, you're not like, oh, I'll just throw it away. I have something else in the fridge. It's kind of like you gotta live with what you make. So I don't know if any of you guys have had that experience of cooking something really bad, but I did. The other thing I wanted to talk about, other than my failed cooking attempts, by the way, if anybody's wondering, now I mostly eat avocado toast because I know how to make that. I haven't been adventurous since the coconut soup. So yeah, my diet consists of avocado toast and bananas right now. It's great. So the other thing I wanted to talk about is my family, because I went to boarding school. I knew I'd miss them. What I this sounds horrible. I hope they don't watch this. We have a dog, a little sweet dog named Annie, and she's 2 now. I mean, we got her after I came back from boarding school, like half a year after that. And I came here to Zurich, which is only like 2 hours away from my hometown. It's really not that far. And man, I miss the dog. It was crazy. Like, I was, I went to the gym to go work out or like go take a course. And I was walking home, which is like a half-hour walk, and I walked into the shop. And when I was walking out, this this golden retriever, and I was just like, I had missed my dog so much, and I missed petting an animal. And I was just like petting this dog for like 10 minutes, and then the owner came out and just kind of like, excuse me, and I was like, I'm sorry, it's a cute dog. He's like, okay, yeah, I guess it's fine. So I kind of just walked away as quickly as possible. Um, yeah. Other than that, there's not much to say about university life. I mean, it's kind of like as expected, I think. It's difficult to get to know people, and I think everyone has trouble with it. Like, when I started, I thought there were so many people who knew each other, and that they were all really good friends already, and I was kind of like the oddball out. But it turns out that, I don't know how it is in other universities, but in mine, it was definitely like this, that people just kind of pretend to know each other. Like, you meet once, sit across from each other in class, you sit next to each other in class, and then at the next class, if you see someone that you've introduced yourself to already once, then you're already friends, kind of. And you like go up and you're like, yeah, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. And for me, this was totally new. Like, I'm not a super extremely social person, especially in German. In English, way more than in German. But just like pretending to know someone when I didn't was very strange for me. So that was also new. And it's still, like, I mean, I've only been there for 3.5 weeks. I still don't know that many people. But, you know, like walking by and they're like, oh, hey, Amy. And I'm like, hey, you that I've met once. And I can't even remember your name because I'm horrible with names. Yeah, it's interesting. I just kind of wanted to share this experience, and I don't know, I'll upload a video, I think every 2 weeks or something. Hopefully every 2 weeks on Sunday. My next video, I can already tell you, is going to be about teaching. Obviously, I'm studying to become a teacher, and the cool thing about Swiss university, or at least the one I'm going to, is you get, or you have to, or get to, whatever, go and teach or like stand in front of a class after your, is it your first week? Yeah. So in your second week, you're already in front of a class. And for me, it's Swiss high school, so the age is between 12 and 16. And yeah, I have an interesting story about that, about the second day that I went to go teach. But that would take too long. I don't want to make that long of videos. But I will definitely talk about that in a week or two. Yeah, I don't know. If you want to know something about Swiss universities or the university I'm going to or anything, just, you know, comment. I don't have subscribers or anything yet, so I'm really open for whatever. Yeah, and if you liked my video and think that it was somewhat interesting, subscribe. And like I said, comment, please. Like, I'd love a subscription, but more than that, I would really love comments and ideas, because I'm new to this. I've watched vlogs, and sometimes I think they're incredibly ridiculous. And most of the time, I don't even watch the end. I hope you did. Clearly, if you're watching this, you did. But yeah, let me know what you think, what I should do, what you want to hear. Yeah, I'm really interested to hear your ideas, or your experience. Even, did anybody else have a really bad cooking experience where the meal turned out horrible, even though you were really looking forward to a delicious soup? Or, yeah, you know, just tell me about your experience. Let me know. Yeah, comment, like, whatever, you know the ritual. Yeah, so I think that was it for me for today. I hope you liked my video, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.